Hello, how you doing? Johnny the Gamer here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be taking a look at my Nintendo 64 game collection. So let's dive right in and take a look at some games. Starting off, we have Vigilante 8. This was a thrift store find just way back in the day. So I have yet to play it. It is just some rando game that I think my dad might have actually just given to me and said he found it at a thrift store, so that went right in the collection. Never to be played. It's probably horrible. Let me know. Next up, we have Mace the Dark Age. Yes, this is also one I'm not very familiar with. Same deal. Came from a thrift store. But yeah, I thought it looked pretty neat. That guy looks pretty cool. Looks like some kind of buffed up like Power Ranger or something, so that looks interesting. Next, we have A Bug's Life. I'm a big fan of A Bug's Life, the movie. Love the movie. The game, not as much, but it's still solid. It's still a pretty solid game. I mean, it's okay. It's not the best, but it's A Bug's Life. And we have Quest 64. It's a pretty fun game. It's obviously an RPG. I feel like this one's people's opinions on it are pretty polarizing. So let me know in the comments which side you stand on. Is this game horrible or is it amazing? Just let me know in the comments. Next up, we have Mario Kart 64. I love me some Mario Karts. I've been playing the crap out of Mario Kart 8. And I believe there's a lot of tracks from this game in the new one, especially with all the new tracks they got going on. So, classic. All right, and just in case you didn't know, I'm starting out with my cartridges, and then we'll go to the boxed ones. This is obviously Majora's Mask. This is not the lenticular cover, but it's in pretty decent condition. You can see that sticker, not bad. Great game, great game. It's always so dark to me. Like, this game has a dark feeling. More so than Ocarina, and like obviously that mask is just like terrifying looking. Yeah, I'm super stoked that this just got on the Nintendo Switch online, so I'm definitely going to check it out on there. And of course, you probably knew this was coming. You saw the gold cart behind that one probably, but you have the classic Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. This is just my favorite Zelda. I know it's cliche, but I mean, come on, truly, it's just an amazing adventure. I have so much nostalgia for it. It's such a classic, and yeah, there's that. And now, all right, so we're gonna get into, this is my little stack of boxed. Some of these are actually missing. I was pretty salty, so let's get into it. We have Army Men, Sarge's Heroes. I played the crap out of this when I was a little kid. I loved the whole concept. Like, you're just this little army man. You're going around shooting stuff. You have to like take out helicopters with bazookas, and it's a very decent game. I played a lot of it as a child. I loved it. Next, we have Rocket Robot on Wheels. Also, this game, I'm very sad to report that this one does not have the cartridge. It's just MIA. I was so pissed off. I was like, really? But here we are. I've got the box. I believe the manual's in here. If you haven't played this one, it's definitely worth it. This one is like up there with like Banjo Kazooie and some of the greats, in my opinion. It is very good. I hope I don't get like slaughtered in the chat for that one. So it's a great game. It's so good. Check it out. All right. So we got Diddy Kong Racing. This one has a pretty neat story. I found this at a yard sale. They didn't have it out for sale, but I just happened to ask the lady that was running the yard sale if she had any video games, and she busted this guy out, and I was just in shock. It is very minty. Look at that. It's minty. It's just amazing. It's complete. Manual and everything. Cart is looking good. Carts in there as well. I just figured I'd leave them in the boxes and let you know what's in the box and which carts are missing, unfortunately. But yeah, very cool story. I think I paid her like $15, and I told her like it was worth a lot more at the time, and I pulled it up online and showed her that it was worth a lot more. It wasn't extremely expensive, but she said the 15 was fine. In fact, I think she threw that number out there. And so I was like, okay, as long as she's totally okay with that, like, and she was, so I got it for a really good deal. Star Wars Rogue Squadron, I played the crap out of this one as a child as well. Can't beat it, it's got such great, just air spaceship battles, obviously, as that amazing artwork on the front depicts. It was just so smooth and everything. It was it's such a good game. I'll have to play this again. I just remember it being so smooth, the gameplay, and just epic, and so many like stages, and yeah, just a fantastic Star Wars shooting game. Next up, you have to have Mario 64 in your collection. This was my, I believe, my childhood copy. That goes for almost all of these. But this one again is sadly missing the cartridge, sadly, and it's the player's choice version, which is fine by me. I'm just happy this is in such good condition. Look at that. It's just so cool to look at. Like, I need to put these on display. So yeah, Mario 64. Next up, we got Donkey Kong 64. I've heard people say they don't like this game like at all, and I don't know if I was just like biased because I loved monkeys as a kid. I was a weird kid. I liked monkeys, okay, don't judge. And so I liked Donkey Kong, and this game blew my freaking mind. I was a huge fan of the 2D side-scrolling versions on the you know, where Donkey Kong started, basically. Well, actually, that's not true. Where, you know what I mean. The Super Nintendo versions is what I'm talking about. I started with those, fell in love with them. This was no exception. I was like blown away that there was just this 3D world you could explore now, and so many different just enemies that were unique looking, and the story was decent, like, and they introduced new characters and whatnot. It was just so good. And they got the DK rap at the beginning. You can't beat the DK rap. So we got Banjo Kazooie. This one also fantastic. Oh, by the way, that one is missing, unfortunately. And you know what? Some of these might be with some of my siblings, so I will have to check with them and see if they have my precious N64 collection games. This one does have the cartridge inside of it, so this one's good. Obviously a classic. Probably very, very aware of this game, but probably don't see this artwork too often, so it's just so cool with the jigsaw puzzles and whatnot. Very cool looking. I mean, they just, man, this was just such a cool era with the cardboard boxes and the art like that. So cool. So next we got Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. My sister played this a whole lot more than I did, and unfortunately the cart is not in the box, so I will have to ask around again and see if it's floating around out there somewhere. But I watched her play quite a bit of this, and it looked super fun. I remember that level specifically right there. It's probably like the second level or something. But yeah, one of my first interactions with Kirby, I did play it, just not a whole lot. I watched my sister a lot, like I said, but it was, yeah, one of my earliest Kirby experiences, and it was a lot of fun. This is probably my favorite in my collection, and unfortunately, it is also missing the cartridge. So, Jet Force Gemini, you may or may not know about this one. It is obviously a rareware game. So good. You could battle your friends and have like tri-rockets, see the different guns. The guns were just fun to exchange and try different guns and see how they fire at these big old like bug ant guys. And like I said, you could go head to head with each other. 4 players, see? They got the 4-player split screen. You could play as the dog, you could play as the guy or the girl, and it was just amazing. Like, before I did this video, I was hoping I had this game, and I don't have the cartridge, so I'm pretty freaking salty, like I said. But I'm happy to have this box, especially looking so good. The box is freaking awesome. I'm gonna have to display that too. So yeah, Jet Force Gemini, fantastic game, fantastic. I bet you it still holds up, but we'll see. I'll have to try it sometime. All right, I think we have reached the end of the video. So yeah, like I keep mentioning, I'm really hoping that I find more games out there that are missing, because that stinks, man. I must have lost them in the move, or as mentioned, my siblings have them, so I will hopefully find some of these copies out there. So all right, so that was everything. Hope you enjoyed. I know it's a little bit of a smaller collection, and again, yes, a lot of them are missing. So my hope is that I will be able to play a lot of the ones that I'm missing here on Nintendo Switch Online, because they've already put, as you probably know, like Majora's Mask, Ocarina, so those are already on there. You can play them. So that's awesome. I really hope they start putting most of these on there, like Force Gemini. I'd be stoked if like that dropped like next month or something. So yeah, but anyway, I'm so glad I have these. I'm so glad I could show you, and hope you liked it. Comment down below. Let me know what your favorite game is, or anything you have to say about the video or the channel. Let me know down below. Get that community going, and also subscribe, obviously, if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.